for changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family. been tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Message repeats in 24 hours. System breakdown.
Hello? At last! Today is your reclamation day. I bet you're just bursting your bolts to get out there and see the world. Excellent. Adventure and opportunity awaits you, sir. The kiosks have valuable information to help you thrive out there. Best get cracking! Imagine dying of hunger or thirst. Be on constant alert for the clickety-click of your Pip-Boy's built-in radiation meter. It must be terrifying leaving this warm, secure vault for a hostile wilderness with no running water. Still pretending it's reclamation day, are we? Remember one of Vault-Tec's many, many mottos. Hard work is... You must all go through that giant vault door alone. Unless, of course, you're next to someone else. Which I recommend, actually.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. Because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
They grow up so fast.
Well, look at you. Fresh from the can and not a speck of dirt on you. Best watch your step around here. Figured you Vaulties weren't done cooking yet. Guess I was wrong. Already interrogated the last Vaulty to come out of that hole. Sounds like there's nothing down there for me, though. Saves me the trouble of breaking in. Oh, just a working man passing through. This fella here had a price on his head. Thought he'd run far enough. He hadn't. Slow down there, cowboy. Buy a fella dinner first. Let's just say I'm currently residing in Burning Springs. Across the river in what used to be Ohio. Well, that's the name the locals use these days. Burnt clean away after the war. Not like here. Might have been an improvement. Or maybe it was bombs, maybe something else. Nothing but rock, sand, and poison dust now. An opportunity. If you got the stones for it. Got a half-assed town out there, though. Highway town. At least they've got a decent bar. Well, you got a map on that fancy pit-boy of yours? I'll point it out. If you're inclined, there's a bridge out by Point Pleasant. You might even survive the experience. Plenty of work out there, if you don't mind killing. Make it quick. I'm getting bored fast. Well, he was dead the moment they put a bounty on his sorry ass. This just happens to be where we concluded our business. Bingo! Got it in one. Run a little business out in Burning Springs from a saloon called The Last Resort. I farm some of it out to independent operators. I keep the fun ones for myself. If you're interested, find me there. I got a feeling we might be cut out for this sort of thing. The hell if I know. So long as the caps on the bounty end up in my pocket and pay for the chems in my lungs, I don't much care what they did. But make it quick. I'm getting bored fast. Ha! Guess they don't have manners in that vault of yours. Well, I'll give you a pass on that this one time, seeing as how you just stepped foot in the wasteland a minute ago. Same thing that'll happen to your face. You stay out here long enough. Ain't the only one, neither. Best get used to the sight. This brain ain't for picking. Plenty of locals around here to talk you off, I'm sure. I couldn't agree more. If you get out to Burning Springs, see me at the Last Resort Saloon. Might be there's work for you.
Sir, those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them? Verify their intentions are civil? Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me. I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. It's all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to? Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right. Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
There's got to be a way in there. Maybe... Wait, a vault dweller? Hey there! Whoa, whoa! Just a friend here, not a threat. Just had some questions for you.
You came out of the vault, right?
I thought it was empty. Wait, is the door still open? God damn it. We got a tip from the Wayward. Heard of the place? New bar down the road. So this guy told us that...
After you gave him the last of our caps?
And he said that inside that vault is the... You know, that's where the big one is. Our last chance to turn our lousy luck around. You know, the thing that brought everyone back. The treasure. Well, yeah, there was this big broadcast, but shouldn't you know what was in there?
I told you, Lacey. The guy was scamming us.
But those were the last of our caps. No, someone has to know something. We're just gonna stick it out until we find them.
Wonderful.
Thanks for answering some questions for us, I suppose. Seems only fair I return the favor. Anything we can answer for you? Happy to tell you what I know, which isn't much. Someone made a broadcast not too long back about there being some kind of treasure buried in Appalachia. We don't know what, we don't know where. With people as desperate as they are, it's meant everyone with a functioning radio has come back to try and see if they can get a piece of it.
Monsters or no?
Guy we met at the Wayward. Carter, I think was his name. He gave us a couple of leads to chase down, in exchange for all our money. Up to us now to make something of them. About Appalachia?
Other than it's a graveyard?
There's that. We haven't been here real long, but from what we've been able to piece together, the area got hit pretty hard. Not long after, well, these things showed up.
The Scorched.
They're merciless. They seem to have cleaned up whoever the bombs might have missed. Without people around, everything else has gone haywire. We both came over from Virginia. Well, what was Virginia? There's a lot more hot zones that way. And the few spots that are livable, well, they got picked clean fast. I mean, Appalachia's dangerous, really dangerous. But it's better than where we've been. Watch yourself out there.
Lady, I will paint the walls with you if you don't tell me where Crane's treasure is right now!
Sweetheart, I think you must be sick, because pointing a gun at me in my own bar is a terminal affliction. Look around. You think I'm having my people piece this place together out of mobile homes 'cause I'm thrifty? Do I look like I know where this treasure is?
Shut up! You got 10 seconds to tell me where Crane is! 10...
Don't do this, son.
8, 7,
Fine.
6...
Suit yourself.
5...
Mort, you
4,
busy, dog?
3... Mort?
Now I'm hoping you're here to have a drink and play nice. I've had a gun pointed at me more than enough for one day. Well, not exactly the introduction to the Wayward I would have hoped for. Well, sorry about that, darling. First round's on me. Name's Duchess. There's something I could do for you. Your guess is as good as mine, sweetheart. He busted in here saying I needed to turn over the location of some fellow named Crane, who I guess I must have served at some point or another. Since then, a steady stream of miscreants has been making my life irritating. Not exactly good for a budding business. Now that you mention it, I could use an extra pair of hands. See? That boy you put down. He's not the first of his crew to roll in here, but I want him to be the last. Normally, I'd send my people out to clean house, but my muscles run off, so I don't have the bodies to spare right now. But I'm willing to pay good money if you put an end to this for me. So, what do you say? That's what I was hoping. So, the details. Now, each of these boys came in asking after Crane. I'm thinking we can make that work for us. How would you grab the attention of a bunch of single-minded thugs? Well, aren't you a smart cookie? And I think I know just how to do it. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'll just... I just want you to know, architecture ain't exactly my forte. Huh, not half bad. So what I have chicken scratched together here for you is the schematic for one custom-made Crane Treasure Hunting Inc. sign. If I didn't butcher the plans too bad, it's got a little system built in that'll make sending out an advertisement and getting this gang's attention a snap. You just need to build it, use the tape it spits out to tell the world you're open for business, and then convince any punks that show up to tell you where their boss is hiding. They did teach you all how to build from schematics up in that vault of yours, didn't they? That's the spirit.
Hey, if you need a refresher, good old Morty Mort can help you out.
What are you on about, Mordecai?
Hey, nah, I'm not bragging or anything, but I've got some tapes that cover that very subject.
Oh, Mort, not the tapes. Well, you find yourself wanting a refresher? Talk to Mort. Of course, you're gonna need materials, but we should have enough lying around to cover you there. Get you together a little care package. Throw some rations in there, too, so you don't starve on me. And so you know, you might have to break some of this scrap down for parts. But I can spot you some workbench materials, too, since you're doing me such a big one. Who knows? Maybe you'll learn something while you do it. Now, you ready to get this show on the road? It is a lot to ask. Fine. I could do 75, but that's as high as I'll go. That means you're up to the task? Hot dog. Be good to have those dolts off our back at long last. Just make sure, once you find out where they're hiding, that their leader gets the message. The wayward gets left alone. Oh, and on the topic of leaders, you know, one of my people found this tape in the camp across the way, recorded by one overseer of Vault 76. It's a little out of date at this point, but it seems it might have been left for someone from her vault. Maybe it was waiting for you? Sounds like she set the camp up so her people could get some practice in self-reliance. Probably worth looking into if you think you could use a little refresher.